The first one we're going to talk about is called asymmetric disc or blade loading, commonly known as P-factor. And P-factor has to do with the propeller's rotation and what happens when they rotate based upon their shape. So we all know that propeller at this point, it rotates, viewing from above, left to right. So the blade ascends, and as it transitions to the right side, it descends. All right, so here it's going up, here it's going down. Now, if we look sideways, this is what happens. At steeper climbs or at slower airspeeds, here we have the flight path of the airplane, right? The nose is up, flight path is this way, the airplane is climbing. But here's the thing. The propeller blade has a plane of rotation, basically 90 degrees from the flight path. And what happens here is something very, very interesting. The descending blade takes a bigger bite out of the air than the ascending blade because it's got a higher angle of attack. So the descending blade over here takes a much bigger bite, here is the area, than the ascending blade, as you can see from this side over here. What happens with this, it creates a differential thrust per se, or differential force in the right side having a bigger bite. And what happens here is it causes the airplane to yaw or nose over to the left. This is called P-factor. Now, P-factor is not just seen at high angle of attack or as the airplane noses up to climb. The opposite would happen when the nose is lowered when you're trying to reach a cruising altitude. When you transition from climb to cruise, P-factor decreases. All right, so you got to know that. So this force is going to decrease. What do we do in order to counteract this left turning tendency? We use the rudder pedals. So if the airplane wants to nose over to the left, we gotta make the airplane fight against it. And how do we do that? With the rudder in the back. So a lot of right rudder will be necessary in order to counteract this left turning tendency that causes the airplane to yaw to the left or nose over to the left.